Left Behind chapter 5. Let's get into it. So this chapter really starts off very political because Buck has made a list of different people he wants to call. So one of the first people he calling is Dirk, and Dirk to him is a conspiracy theorist. So he just listens to Dirk, and Dirk just tells him the things that he's hearing in the ground. He's talking about the financial people. He's talking about what's going on in the UN, that people that's coming out of nowhere is going into the UN and putting their like hat in the ring to say per se. And then he's also talking about how they want to go into a three world currency, which is, surprise surprise, that's what's happening now. But not only the three world currency, they want to turn it into one world currency. So a lot of things that he's hearing about the UN is set up so everything could be like a one system world for everything, and for everybody to be under the same system, the same thing, which is very biblical. It's called the beast system, and it's supposed to be something that is set up with a united entity that allows everybody to have to go through this system in order to do their finances, their trading, everything. So that's what Dirk is talking about. He's seeing like the writing on the wall, like this is where this is going. And Buck is just like, yeah, whatever, okay, whatever you say. I'll look into it or whatever. And so also Buck is calling like his friend Lucinda, and he's trying to find out who she is because she's a colleague for him, and she is actually stationed in Chicago, and that's where he just had like came from before he got on the plane. Was like talking to her, but so Lucinda was like offering him to go to church and tell him like, God saved you back in Israel, and he's like, yeah, whatever. She was like, you were literally in the middle of a miracle and you still like don't believe in God, you don't believe in Jesus. He was like, the least I could do is believe in God. That's something I could, that miracle, that was a miracle. I could believe in God. Like I was in Israel, and the Israelis hate Jesus, so I can be like them, and stuff still happen for them. So if I believe in God, right? And then Lucinda's like, it doesn't work that way, but the invitation is always open for you to go to church with me. And he's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Thanks, girl. I do, take you up maybe one day. And so anyway. So Buck is making these rounds. He called Hattie. He found out that he told her about her sister and her mom, and that Hattie's grateful. And then Buck also found out that his brother and his dad is okay, but his sister-in-law is missing, and so are the kids. And then Hattie tells him that, the kid's probably gone. Like, all the kids of the world are gone. Like, even the unborn is gone. And Buck is like, oh, okay. And he's like, I'm telling you, they're gone. But he's like, I don't want to mess you up. I don't want to mess you up. So that's okay. But we could. I like talking to you. You seem really nice. Can we be friends after this call? Can we stay in touch? Buck is like, okay. She's not hitting on me. I know that. I feel that she's really being sincere. So yeah, we can be friends. So that's like where that conversation went. And then there's Hattie talked to Ray. Ray is like really depressed. Hattie's like, you want me to come over? And he's like, no, stay home. No, thank you. So she's just trying to like be upbeat with him and like trying to give him encouragement, trying to be a friend. And he's like, no, I don't want to be a friend. And he started thinking to himself like, she seemed like really nice and stuff, but I was not attracted to her because she was a kind, nice person. I just was attracted to her because she's like, pretty hot. And then so we know that Ray was just like a little skis, a little scumbag for a little while there. And then now he's really realizing that I shouldn't have been like into her like that. But he's like, but I kind of care about her like a colleague, but I don't really care about her. Like, so again, scumbag vibes. But anyway, then there's Buck calls Lucinda. So he's finally calling Lucinda to check on her. And then her son answers the phone. He's a teenage boy. And he's like, my whole family's gone. All their clothes are here. My dad's contact lenses is still on his bathrobe. Like, they're gone. And he's like, I know where they went. And then Buck was like, oh my God, I'm sorry. And then the son was like, it's okay. I know where they are. They are in heaven. And then Buck was like, okay, like if you believe that, okay. And then he's like, you there? Okay, are you okay by yourself? And then he's like, I got my uncle here, got the one person from church, like the one person that's left from church, and he probably really sad that he didn't get to go, but it's okay. I'm by myself. But other than that, and while we going through this, like while Buck is trying to get out of Chicago, like everybody's being an opportunist. Like to use a phone, to use somebody's cell phone. I'm $50 to use my phone. Oh, I'll give you a ride, but it's $100 a person. So if you had like several people with you, like come on now. And then like he a chartered a flight. He's like, oh, the pilot's like, oh, $20 a mile. You know, so it's like instead of the world coming together and helping each other out, like really just like I do what I can when I can, like first come first serve type of deal. They're like, oh no, the whoever could pay can get my services, like, but that's where we are. That's just the world we live in. So this is good. It's getting good. It's getting political. It's still all very like kind of biblical in a sense that is the fiction of it and what you can imagine like what the world would be like during that time if you had to live through something like that. That it feels very like kind of dead on. So I'm really enjoying this. You guys tell me what you think. I'll talk to you soon.